Hello, Mike. I would like to ask you what it was like when you were 12 years old. Where did you live?
I lived in East Ham, in the East End of London, in Macaulay Road. And about that time I moved round the corner. So I was in Macaulay Road mostly, in 1952.
What was the food like in the old days?
The food was very bland, because it was just after the war, in 1951 I think, when I was 12, and the rationing was still going on, and meat was rationed, everything was rationed I think, I don't think it ended until a little while later. And I remember my mum used to have a little ration book, and you had little tickets in it, so if you went to buy some meat you had to have a ticket to get the meat. I think we used to call everything meat and 2 veg. If you could have meat and 2 veg, you was happy. That is a small piece of meat, some potato and maybe some Brussels sprouts or peas or something like that. It wasn't very exciting, I'm afraid.
When you were 12, what did you do for fun?
Ah, right. Well, mostly we go out. We didn't stay indoors much. We'd be out all the time. And when there was no school, of course we had to go to school, but when we weren't at school we played in the street. Because in our street there was maybe only one car. There was hardly ever any cars, and we'd always be in the street playing. Because we lived in a flat actually, in an upstairs flat. And during the summer's day, a really nice summer's day, everybody'd be in the street. All the neighbours and all the children would be playing in the street. The boys would be playing football, and the girls would be often skipping, and the mums would hold a skipping rope across the road. So you get one mum one side of the road and another mum the other with a washing line, and we'd use that as a skipping rope. And all the girls would skip in the middle, so they'd all jump up and down together as the rope went up, and they sing all these silly little songs, you know. And the boys used to take the mickey out of them and go around the park and play football.
Did you get into trouble?
The time I remember mostly was when we tried to blow up the water tank. There was a water tank nearby where we lived, next to a bomb building. It was 6 foot high by 6 foot diameter, and it was near Guy Fawkes, and we'd seen this film on Saturday morning pictures where British soldiers were blowing up this something or other, tank or a wall or something, I've forgotten. So we collected all these bangers from Guy Fawkes, and we tied them all together and dug a hole under the water tank and put them all there, lit it, and there was this awful bang. It sounded like another bomb had gone off, and now all the mums and dads thought that there was another bomb, and they found out that we tried to blow up the water tank. But guess what? There was not a mark on the water tank, but we did get told off. I've got a clip round the ear, as we used to say in them days.
What is the most embarrassing thing that happened to you?
Well, I don't think it was embarrassing now, but when I was a little boy, I thought it was terribly embarrassing. It was a beautiful summer's day, and I had 2 sisters, and my little sister Mari, she was probably about 5 or 6, and she'd had a bath, and she was not bothered about clothes and things. And we lived in this upstairs flat, and I was doing something or other, and I just saw her naked body going down the staircase, and I was terribly embarrassed for her, and I ran down the stairs to try and stop her going in the street, but she was too quick for me. And it was, as I say, a lovely summer's day, and everybody played in the street in them days. And by the time I got to her, she was halfway across the street, and I went all red because all the neighbours saw me carrying my naked sister up the stairs. It's stupid really, isn't it? But what makes you embarrassed when you're little? It's quite different.